guys, welcome back to my channel, Keto with Sammy. For today's video, I'm going to show you an awesome dinner that's great for the whole family. Today we are going to be making my zucchini lasagna. So let's get straight to the video. For today's zucchini lasagna ingredients, of course you're going to want some zucchini. You're going to want 4 to 6 zucchinis. This really isn't an ingredient, but it does make this recipe easier. This is called a Y peeler, and it just makes it easier to slice the zucchini into slices. If you don't have one of these on hand, you can just use a knife, but I will link it in the description below for y'all to check it out. You're going to want half an onion diced. For our cheeses today, I'm going to be using some shredded mozzarella, some shredded Parmesan cheese, and I do like yellow cheese in my lasagna, so I'm going to be using this cheddar and Monterey Jack mix. You're going to want 1 pound of ground beef, some ricotta cheese. If you do not like ricotta, you can just leave this out. For the ricotta, I'm going to use 1 large egg, some Italian parsley for flavor, some low carb red sauce of your choice. And our seasonings today are just going to be some salt and black pepper, some garlic powder, and some Italian seasonings. Okay, so now we're going to start browning our ground beef. So you just want a pan on a medium-high heat. We're going to drop some olive oil in, or you can use avocado oil for this. And first we're going to start browning our onions. Just let them get tender. So once your onions are nice and tender and brown, we're just going to add in our ground beef. So 1 pound of ground beef. As our ground beef is getting nice and brown, we're going to start adding our seasonings in. So you're going to want 1 tablespoon of your garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of your Italian seasoning, some salt to taste. I put about a teaspoon, and some black pepper. And we're just going to cook this until your meat is nice and brown. So once your meat looks like this, nice and brown, we're going to add in some of our red sauce. You do want to turn the heat kind of low because it will pop. We're going to add about a cup in. Just give it a good mix. And now we're just going to turn off the heat. We're going to set this aside, and we're going to start slicing up our zucchini. So now we're going to start slicing our zucchini. We're just going to cut off the ends. And then you can just slice down with a knife very thinly if you do not have one of these peelers. But we're just going to start slicing thin slices. Just like this, and these are going to be our layers of noodles. Okay, so once we have all of our zoodles sliced like this, it did take a couple minutes. It took about 5 minutes, but that's okay. We're just going to set these aside, and we're going to start mixing our ricotta. Now we're going to start mixing our ricotta together. So we're just going to take our whole container of ricotta cheese into a bowl. Then to your ricotta cheese, you want to add 1 large egg. We're just going to add a little bit more seasoning to our ricotta. We're going to add the Italian seasoning mix, 1 tablespoon, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of black pepper. And then you're just going to give this a good mix until the egg is well incorporated. So once your egg and everything is nice and incorporated, we're just going to put this to the side, get all our ingredients together, and we're going to start layering our lasagna. So you just want to get a baking dish. This is an 8 by 11. First thing we're going to do is pour some of our red sauce at the bottom. Spread it out. And then we're going to add a layer of our zucchini noodles. To our noodles, I like to add my ricotta first so it's nice and smooth at the bottom. To our ricotta, we're going to add our meat with our sauce mixed in. Just a very thin layer, you don't need to put too much. And then we're going to start adding our cheeses. So first I'm going to put my mozzarella cheese. And some of my mixed yellow Monterey Jack cheese and our cheddar. Now I'm not going to add the Parmesan cheese yet. I'm going to add that at the end. And then all you do is just repeat until you're done, until you hit the top. And the last layer, you do want to put a lot of cheese on top. And then since this is our last layer, we're going to add our Parmesan cheese. And then also we're going to add our Italian parsley right on top, and I did chop it up. And now we're just going to put this in our oven to bake. Alright guys, so I already preheated my oven to 425 degrees, so you just want to do that. And now we're going to set our lasagna into our oven. And we're going to bake this for about 25 to 30 minutes. You just want everything nice and bubbly and melted. So after 30 minutes, your lasagna should be nice and bubbly and melted. And we're just going to let it cool down, and then we're going to cut right into it. So we went ahead and sliced right into it, and you do want to make sure you let it cool for 20 minutes before you do cut into it. If not, it would just melt everywhere. Alright guys, so that concludes today's video of our keto lasagna. I hope y'all enjoy this recipe. Please hit that share button and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in my next video.